Buff Nation!
Let's go!
Welcome into DNVR Buffs Prime Time. We are presented by Illegal Pete's. Check out any of their 10 Colorado locations for happy hour, 3 to 6 p.m. every single day. Jake Schwanitz, RK, you know what the deal is. What is up, man?
Just fresh off some Illegal Pete's.
Yeah?
Feeling so good.
Love that. We got
Fantastic.
the flag repping right here now. So they're always with us.
Well earned. Well
Yes.
earned by Illegal Pete's.
Absolutely. One of our favorites, if not our favorite. Interesting show we have today.
Yeah, what a weekend of just roller coaster reporting.
Yeah, it's been like the last 2 weekends now, too.
True.
Absolutely crazy. We are starting off with Nyckoles Harbor, the 5-star 2023 athlete, tight end / edge. We talked about him a little bit, just a little bit on Friday, but we've had an interesting development that maybe isn't.
It's definitely a development. Just how much of a development it is up for debate. Let me just start here on Nyckoles Harbor. Of all the freaks that I've seen since the Buffs got Coach Prime, and we used to not really see freaks. Now we see lots of freaks. He is the freakiest.
Oh, yeah.
You miss out on Malachi Coleman? What do? You just go get a bigger, faster, stronger Malachi Coleman. That's what he is.
He is.
He's like whatever. Like when a kid says like, "Mom, can we have so and so?" and she's like, "We have so and so at home."
Yeah.
So Malachi Coleman is Nyckoles Harbor at home.
Love it.
That's who this guy is.
He is amazing. We've actually talked about him before. He was in the race with Dylan Edwards at the Under Armour All-American game where Dylan Edwards won. But this Nyckoles Harbor, I mean, he's just posting his track videos online. It's rare stuff.
And let's be clear, Dylan Edwards is what, 5'8"?
5'7", I think is what he's listed at.
So Nyckoles Harbor is 6'5", what, 250?
225.
Okay, 225. 6'5", 225, and he's racing Dylan Edwards.
Yes.
That's not supposed to happen.
Not at all. It should be mentioned. So, as I said, very interesting day. It was reported first. He is visiting Boulder. He said it himself on his Instagram, posted a story with the location tag, Boulder, Colorado. Everyone was reporting it. Then Adam Munster-Tiger and 247 Sports came out and reporting. This is the tweet from Adam. False alarm with Nyckoles Harbor. The 5-star athlete prospect is not visiting the CU Buffs today, according to 247 Sports and National Recruiting Director Steve Wiltfong, despite a social media post from Harbor indicating he had arrived in Boulder on a visit this morning.
So, we learn something new every day, Jake. And we had actually already learned this because Cormani McLean taught us no matter where you are,
Yep.
you can tag your location anywhere because, of course, Cormani was in Boulder, and he famously did the exact same thing that Harbor did with a black screen,
Yep.
tagged himself in Tampa, and said the famous words, "Y'all trim,"
Yep.
which I've just used contextual clues to assume what that means.
You can find it on Urban Dictionary.
Okay. Like, y'all are full of shit?
That's actually a nicer way to put it, I think.
Oh,
so,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to
You'll have to
officially
look it
Urban
up.
Dictionary
Yep.
that one. Anyways, Nyckoles Harbor is doing the opposite. He's pulling a reverse Cormani. Not in Boulder, but saying he is in Boulder. Now, this could mean a lot. It could mean, one, he's just having fun with this, playing games, trying to get everyone riled up, which, if he was, good on him. That was funny.
Yeah.
Or he could be saying, like, I'm in Boulder, like, maybe I'm going soon, I might be there this weekend, whatever it may be. At the very, like, I guess the lowest end of the scale after he's just fucking with everyone is he's showing some interest in the Buffs.
Yeah. Well, we had the Tim Brewster tweet from Friday.
Yep.
Saying he was in the nation's capital, which is where Nyckoles Harbor is from. And I feel like if we didn't already go through this Cormani stuff, maybe we'd feel like we're maybe kind of getting played here. I think Nyckoles Harbor may just be playing the game, though. And Coach Prime and Bucky and all those guys are willing to play it also with the Cormani thumbnail and all that. So who really knows? But I think the signs that are pointing to Boulder with Nyckoles Harbor are good. They're encouraging.
For sure. Like, I mean, it could be also like, James Taylor said, in my mind, I'm going to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was saying, like, in my mind, I'm going to Colorado. That's why he tagged himself in Colorado. The Buffs are in the mix at the very least.
Right.
That's at the very, very, very least. He thought about Boulder, Colorado today. It's in one version or another. And, like, let's be real here. Like, I don't think people are just, like, playing Coach Prime.
That'd be very bold.
Yeah, I just don't think that happens. So I think the Buffs are at the very least in the conversation, in the mix. And I wouldn't be surprised if they get a visit from Nyckoles Harbor sometime soon. By the way, I just have to double down on this. This dude, like, if we redrafted the My Guy draft after a Nyckoles Harbor commitment, I would take him number 2 overall.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or I guess I would take Shador.
Yes.
And then my next target would be Nyckoles Harbor.
He looks like an absolute stud. Something else that should be mentioned. Steve Wiltfong put out a tweet, and he reached out to Nyckoles' parents, where Nyckoles' dad said, Nick is nowhere near Colorado. Nick is at school. He also added both he and his wife are at work. So they are trying to really downplay this thing.
I also feel like he was really annoyed that he had to answer this call. He's like, no, Nick is at school and I'm at work. Yes. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. All right, moving on to the next. We
have to harbor good vibes for this one.
You never let us down in that department, Ryan. Jaden Rashada. We talked about him on Friday. Interesting timing with our show, because right before we went live, the tweet came out from Adam Gorney of Rivals saying he's on his way to Colorado. Then I think it was towards the end of our show or right after our show, he said, nope, actually going to ASU instead.
It was after our show.
So he spent the weekend at ASU, and then he's going to visit TCU after. So I guess the Buffs are out.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Can we just... I hate to be I strictly avoid trying to be the journalism police, but tweeting out, I have not been able to confirm this yet, but I'm told that Jaden Rashada could be in Boulder as soon as today is kind of lame, especially if you end up being wrong.
Yep.
Just say.
No, you're right.
You wouldn't. I guess I'll put it this way: for someone who is not again trying to play the journalism police, I would never do that.
Right. No, for sure. Rashada, I guess, is out of it though. So we move on to Guy Thomas, a very intriguing. I would say former Buff, but it looks like he's trying to change that.
One more thing on Rashada. I just don't think he probably wanted to sit for 2 years.
Yeah.
And that was always kind of the underlying part of this. Not to mention the Buffs have 2 true freshman commits for this year at quarterback. So if it was going to create an interesting situation if he did come. If he committed, I would have thought Coach Prime might have told him Shador's going to the league after next year.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what Shador does. I mean, they went after the 3-star quarterbacks, but they haven't been very aggressive with the top of the line quarterbacks in this class. So I think that's a sign of things to come. That maybe 2024 and beyond is when we start to see more quarterbacks.
Makes perfect sense, right? Come in, sit for a year behind Shador, and then it's your show. Yep.
Looks like that's what it's shaping up to be. Guy Thomas, though, he wants back, sounds like. He looks like an NFL guy. He's had serious flashes of just impressive play on the edge, rushing the passer, defending the run. Didn't do much last year, but that's not saying very much, as no one really did anything. Much. But he wants to be back. What do we make of this?
So, was there any Guy Thomas saga? Did he announce anything? Did he enter the transfer portal?
He declared for the draft initially.
And you can do that.
If you don't sign an agent, you can come back to school.
It's just like the NBA style.
Yep.
Why not? Is where I stand on this. Obviously, he's going to be acutely aware that he's going to have some serious competition for snaps. But at the same time, depth is a very important thing to have in college football. And I think even if you're low on Guy Thomas, you would acknowledge him as a solid Pac-12 depth piece. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You could the person who's highest on Guy Thomas would talk about, well, he has an NFL body, and he's shown flashes of a really good Pac-12 player. And the person who's lowest on him, I think, would say he's a depth piece in the Pac-12. So I'm in on him coming back. I'm in on bringing him back, and I would be rooting for him. One thing I would be against is letting him have number one.
Who's going to be number one?
I don't know. Just that's like the best number in my opinion. So it's got to go to not that you can't have on both sides, but like Dylan Edwards should wear number one, in my opinion, or a dope wide receiver.
Right.
So, maybe on the other side, Cormani's going to wear 7. Travis probably wear 12. Someone else should get number one.
So the report came from Jeff Hauser of the Ralphie Report from SB Nation. As I said,
and it was an interview, I believe.
I'm just looking at an article. I don't know if it's an interview or not, actually.
I thought I had a quote from him.
But anyways, he announced he was going to enter the 2023 NFL Draft, but now obviously having second thoughts. He spoke to Buffs beat reporter Brian Schabel following the Tropicana Bowl on Saturday. So that's one of those Senior Bowl type of all-star games. Obviously has not signed an agent yet. In his career at Colorado, or this actually might be, 23 games at Colorado, 90 tackles, 11.5 tackles for a loss, and 2.5 sacks. He's one of those guys that when you look at him, first off the bus team.
For sure. Absolutely jacked, stacked, looks like a dude. By the way, a couple different people in the comments saying Prime doesn't let players wear number one unless they earn it. It's exactly what I'm talking about, Coach
Hell
Prime.
yeah.
I love when me and Coach Prime are on the same page.
Love to see that.
It really helps my confidence. So there you go. Yeah. Number 1, number 2, and 21 got to be earned now. 2 and 21 probably already spoken for. Again, Guy Thomas is Pac-12 size, Pac-12 strength. Looks like a guy when he's out there, and who knows what coaching could do for him. Obviously,
for sure.
Coaching got James Houston to the league. You know? So let's see what they can do with him.
That comment from RJ, they're asking how good is Guy Thomas actually. So we've already kind of said he didn't do much on the field at CU. I mean, no one really did, but I've always thought that he was someone, when you get into the combine and the workout scene, he is going to blow people away. He's going to have the raw numbers, the tangibles, if you will. And that's going to be what gets him a camp invite, if not drafted late day 3. So we'll see. I mean, he needs coaching, obviously. I think we've hit that.
He's absolutely someone who has yet to reach his potential as a player.
Yep.
Or at least his production has not matched his aesthetic. And so he's not very good as of now, but he's a guy who looks like he could be.
Yep. Moving on. Ready?
Yep.
Shout out to Shady Rays. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair that you've worn. They have durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures. That's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost and broken replacements. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the new year. Go to shadyrays.com and use code DNVR or visit them in-store at the Park Meadows Mall for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. Also, shout out to Bacchus and Schenker. Bacchus and Schenker wins for Colorado families. And the best part is they are free up until they win money in your case. No upfront fee to speak with them about their case. No fee while they work on your case, and no fee unless they win your case. Bacchus and Schenker have won over $1 billion for their clients. Bacchus and Schenker helps with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault. Car accidents, motorcycle, rideshare, pedestrians, trucks. We can even help if you're injured at work. Call us at 222-2222 to find out if we have a case for free. Bacchus and Schenker wins. Do you want to keep in with the 222 theme? Can you guess how many days away we are from the TCU game?
I'm going to guess 222.
222 days.
That is so long, Jake. I don't even like thinking about that.
I know. It'll be here quickly.
222 days?
Yep.
Like, once you get to 90 days, the weather's all, like, really nice.
I know.
And it's golf season.
Yeah.
That feels a really long way away.
It's so unfair how long the football offseason is.
Yes.
I will campaign this constantly. It's unfair.
I like that. It feels like baseball offseason is like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
like
ridiculous.
the season ends and like 2 days later, they're like, pitchers and catchers are reporting today.
Literally,
like,
though.
Wait, what? Golf season for the professionals, their offseason is like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous. Formula One, like 2.5 months. And that's a world championship.
Yeah. Too bad like the USFL and the XFL aren't that entertaining.
I'm just not a big spring football guy, though. Like
Except for
I'm all
Buffs
NFL
spring
draft.
football.
Of course,
We're gonna
Buffs,
be
but
all
like
about
I'm
that.
like NFL draft mode until May.
That reminded me. Spring football. And actually Angela in the comments said looks like the spring game uniforms will be the all black. They'll probably go all black versus all white, right?
Think so, yeah.
Those are the two uniforms that Travis and Shador love.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Speaking of the spring game, remember when I said, Rick George, you're not charging me enough for my season tickets, and I got a call the next day?
Oh, no. What now?
Now I think people are listening to me. So here's what I'm going to say. Charge money for the spring game. Straight up. We will all pay it. Like, you don't have to get crazy with it, but it's always been free. Charge $20, please.
Yeah.
50,000 people times $20. Everyone is willing to pay it. No one is going to not go because of $20.
Right.
So I'm telling you, Colorado, that you can take $20 from me and thousands of other people because the demand for that game is going to be insane. People are going to want to go. We obviously, as a program, need money. What a better way to like do a grassroots fundraising opportunity than just asking $20 to go to the spring game. If you want to lower it as low as $5, I don't care. But make some money off of this opportunity, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, the DNVR Buffs account, under 100 followers left until we reach 10,000.
Damn.
Follow us at DNVR_Buffs. Help us get to 10K.
Is that going to be a over 100% increase from the pre-prime era?
Yes. We're already over 100% increase.
Wow.
It's insane.
Let's try to get it by tomorrow's show.
Let's do it.
I know we ask a lot of you guys. Like we're one thumbs up away from 100 right now.
Yep.
We got to crank those numbers up. But by the time we go live tomorrow, let's get DNVR Buffs to 10,000 followers.
And tomorrow's shaping up to be a really fun show.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Interesting.
We're scheduled to have a guest.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. Okay, moving on. This upcoming weekend is shaping up to being a massive recruiting weekend. 11 players confirmed already to be coming to Boulder.
Wow.
But we only have one 2023 prospect. It's a JUCO transfer.
Interesting.
Coach Prime is shooting for the future here.
Yes.
Many 2024s, 25s. There's a 2027 in there.
That's wild. That's got to be unofficial, right?
I would assume so, because doing the math before we started this show, this kid be in 8th grade if he's 2027, right? How wild is this?
Yeah, that is super wild, and especially just knowing what I know about visits, it's even extra wild.
Yes. All right, you ready for the list of names?
Let's do it.
Okay.
And these are just the ones that have already said it, like publicly.
Yes, publicly on Twitter. So this is turning out to be, I'm not trying to overstate it when I say massive recruiting weekend. We start with Dejan Kalaman. That name sound familiar?
It does sound familiar.
So he was one of the first, I think the first player to actually commit to Coach Prime once he was hired.
Okay.
Committed on December 3rd, which
I think
was...
Winston Watkins was the first.
Okay, so then he was second. He was very close
Okay.
up there. He's a 2024 3-star wide receiver, committed to CU already from Lusinger High School in Lawndale, California.
Love it.
Next
See you
one.
soon.
Yep, we'll see him this weekend. Kareem Harden. So this is your JUCO transfer, 2023 JUCO prospect from Butler Community College in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I believe he plays offensive line. So another veteran possible commit. Let me just double check on Kareem Harden that he's offensive line. Yep, offensive tackle.
Okay.
So can't have enough of those, I suppose.
Absolutely not.
Listed at 6'5", 290.
You never hope to have to tap into your depth, but just about every team does.
Yep. Next guy, Tay Lockett, 2026 athlete from University City High School in San Diego, California. This man doesn't even have any stars attached to his profile yet.
Yet. Big yet.
Yes.
Wow. this is an interesting development in the whole recruiting, scene that we've been dealing with. You obviously have had the first big visit weekend was heavy transfers. Then, of course, you had the one that was all transfers. There's been a couple that had more 2023 guys. Now you're moving to moving forward to the future classes and just laying down groundwork. It reminds me of what we said about the Cherry Creek kid. Why is his name escaping me? That went to
Blake
Oregon?
Purchase?
Blake Purchase. It's like the Buffs were having to overcome years of relationship making.
Right.
In that, well, here's the Buffs laying down their years of relationship making with a lot of these kids. So great, a great opportunity this weekend to start laying the foundation.
So keep that in mind, the relationships and what you were talking about with Colorado high schools, because it's going to come up and be relevant here shortly. Next guy, AJ Guida, Guida,
Okay.
from Denver, Colorado.
Nice.
Goes to Mullen High School, class of 2024. He is a linebacker, currently rated 3 stars, 86th linebacker in the 24 class, 6'2", 210. I think
size.
he only has one offer from the University of Colorado.
Interesting. A lot of people did not think that Coach Prime was going to be interested in Colorado, and I never believed that. Coach Prime's interested in getting dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're a dude, literally no matter where you're from, whether it's Aurora, Alaska, Arvada, or England.
Yep.
Sorry, it didn't fit the A's. I'll just throw in Antarctica.
There you go.
He's gonna find you and be interested in you. So, especially for a 3-star guy to have an offer from Colorado in that class is impressive. It tells you that he's got something to him.
Well, what was that tweet that was it Coach Prime or Brewster that put it out that, or it was Coach Prime? I'm sending my staff out to recruit some no stars like they're 5 stars or something along those lines.
That was cool.
It is cool. He gets it, man.
Yep.
All right, next guy. Said AJ, so we're on to Danny Okoye from Noah Homeschool in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Interesting.
That's what it says on his 247 profile.
Right.
I don't know. 2024 class, plays edge, 6'4", 241, the 20th ranked edge in the 2020 class according to 247 Sports. He is a 4-star composite player and a top 300 player nationally, top 200 actually.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Next one, Shakir Collins, another 2024 linebacker from Adelanto High School in Adelanto, California.
Like it.
Linebacker, 6'2", 220, 49th ranked linebacker in this next class, 3-star, 247, 3-star composite. Has 16 offers.
Love it. Cody in the chat, as always, doing God's work, saying on our way to 600 likes. Someone earlier said, let's get him to 700.
Oh, my gosh.
What's the record right now?
For
5?
In a live show? It must
Yeah.
have been Friday, right?
Yeah. Friday went crazy.
And it was a short show, too.
It was.
Buff Nation showed out.
Let's go for the record today.
Let's do it. Shout out to Cody and Jimmy, everyone in the comments who helps pump us up.
Yes. We love you guys.
Next guy, Danny O'Neill. I believe he actually visited, or he may have visited this last weekend. I'll need to double check. But
Okay.
Danny O'Neill is a 3-star quarterback in the 24 class from Cathedral High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. 6 foot 185, ranked the 30th quarterback according to 247 Sports. He does have a crystal ball to Kentucky, however.
Interesting. I'm also interested by the Buffs not being scared off of quarterback prospects by size.
Yep.
Cason Wiseman also on the smaller side.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, this kid. Shador's certainly not on the smaller side.
Right.
And also Staub not on the smaller side. But I'm just, I guess, a little bit surprised that they don't care about that.
They're all about arm talent. Sean Lewis marked as the primary recruiter.
Love it.
Next guy. This one is hype, and this goes back to the connections that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Jordan Onovu from Mater Dei.
Yep.
So this is Brandon Baker, who's going to be visiting this next weekend.
Yes.
Number 1 offensive tackle in the 2024 class.
Sheesh.
He is ranked 4 stars, 247, 4 stars composite, even though he is a top 20 recruit according to 247 Sports. He's got plenty of time to earn that last star, I think.
I was going to say, how does the best tackle in the country not get a 5th star?
He'll earn it. He'll earn it. He's got another season of high school.
He tweeted something cool, though. Like, it was, like, kind of hype about why he was coming to, or just, like, he seemed excited that he was coming to Boulder this weekend, which I love.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to find it. There's a lot of guys who have announced today, so. 6'5", 285, though. How about that?
And what, 17 years old?
Yep. Still needs to go through his senior year of high school.
Yeah. Crazy.
23 offers. Florida State in there. Auburn's in there. That's just what it's showing right here. Next guy. Another guy that doesn't have any stars yet, but Jacob Alvarez, tight end from Chaparral High School in Temecula, California. 6'4", 220 pounds, class of 25. 6 offers so far, no stars yet.
What are the offers?
The offers are Arizona State, Michigan State, Ole Miss, San Jose State, and Washington State. So I guess Colorado hasn't
Solid
even
spread.
Offered. Yep. And then one last one. Stacy Bay. He is 6'1", 200 pounds, class of 24. Ranked 3 stars, 247, 3 stars composite, 58 ranked athlete in the class. Has 9 offers. Arizona, Colorado, Washington State, Colorado State, Florida State, Louisiana Monroe, Louisville, Nevada, Fresno State, San Jose State, UCLA.
Interesting spread.
Very interesting.
Well, most of the Pac-12 in there.
So there it is. That's what we know already on a Monday. 11 names that are going to be in Boulder this week.
That's a lot to know on Monday.
Yeah.
That's a lot to know on Monday. And maybe Nyckoles Harbor.
Hopefully Nyckoles Harbor.
Hopefully, for sure. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure there will be more to this saga. It's funny to imagine the 247 people just scrambling today when they saw that. Like,
Yep.
What is he?
Yep.
Really? And I bet Nyckoles Harbor thinks that's funny too. Anyways, I think there's a chance that in one of these, weekends soon, he'll be here.
For sure. Okay, so I think...
I guess this is the last weekend before signing day, right? Yes.
Yes, so signing day is a week from Wednesday. So we are, what is that, 9 days away, including today?
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say that I'm calling it, just a prediction, that Nyckoles Harbor will be in Boulder this weekend.
Let's see. Let's hope.
Yes.
Please.
Don't put. Last time I predicted something on a podcast, someone tweeted it out like it was a report.
I know.
It's like no, that was I'm just guessing.
just guessing, just talking. So it looks like Danny O'Neill was actually in Boulder this weekend. He is the 2024 3-star quarterback from Indianapolis.
Okay, cool.
He's the only player I saw who said he was here this weekend. As we said on Friday, I think it was pretty light in terms of visits.
Yeah.
And O'Neill's the only one I saw.
There you go. Someone said like Stetson Bennett is undersized. Oh, I'm not against undersized quarterbacks by any stretch of the mind.
Especially not in college.
Exactly. I was going to say some of the best college quarterbacks that you can think of were Kyler Murray, undersized. Baker Mayfield, undersized. Russell Wilson, undersized.
Our guy, Jaden Delora. Jake Hayner.
Right. Size at quarterback in college is very, probably irrelevant.
For sure. What else we got?
Meanwhile, you've got the kid at Nevada who's what, like 6'11". He looks like, I think he's only like 6'8" or something.
Carson Strong?
No. I think he's he's there at Nevada or Utah State. Their uniforms are so alike that I get them mixed up. But there's a quarterback in one of those schools who's he looks like a center in basketball.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
insane.
wild. I'm going to have to dig into that. Do we want to do a break, then do YouTube?
Yeah.
Let's do a break then to tell you guys about our friends over at Breckenridge Brewery. Have you tried the Mile High Golden City Ale yet?
Yes.
And thoughts?
And it's great.
It is great. A little bit of sour, a little bit hoppy, very crushable.
It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you like beer, but you also like to drink a lot of them, it's a good beer for you. Not like like there's some people who like beer. There's like some people who like beer. They like it so much that they're like, I just want to really enjoy this one beer.
Right.
And like, cool. That's more power to you. But I fall into the other category, which is like, I like a good beer, but I like the beer that I drink to be one that I want to have several of.
Exactly.
Mile High City Golden Ale fits that description.
Mile High City Golden Ale definitely fits that description. So does my favorite, the Mountain Beach Sour.
Yes, it does.
Strawberry Sky, your favorite also?
Strawberry Sky is my favorite, and it is also a all-day type of beer.
We just love Breckenridge Brewery.
We do. We're going to be there on Friday.
Yes. Massive day on Friday.
Yeah.
Live show from there Friday.
Yes, live show from the farmhouse at Breckenridge Brewery. If you haven't actually been there, you should go.
Yes.
If you want to come say what up to us on Friday, please do. But just anytime, go down there. They've got a beautiful restaurant. There's beers down there that you can have that like you can't have anywhere else. Mm-hmm. Great food, like smoked wings they have there.
Yep.
They can get some other stuff out there in the smoker. And then it doesn't apply right now, but during the summer, they have a massive backyard out there where you can, play bags or giant Jenga or
They have concerts out there.
Yeah, sometimes they also have like games on a big projector screen. So it's actually a really cool place to hang out.
It's massive. It's a campus
It
is
is.
what it is.
It really is.
The Breck Farmhouse. Anyways, check out their beer locator at www.breckbrew.com to find a brew near you.
Here we go. Jim in the comments has my back. Kid is at Nevada. He's 6'10".
That's amazing.
It looks wild when he's out there.
I don't know how I haven't heard of this.
He's probably not good enough.
No?
yet.
Well, we'll see.
Ever. I don't know.
Real quick shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook, though. 4 NFL teams, 2 conference championship games. It's bittersweet. NFL season's winding down, but man, it's the best time of year for NFL. Let's bet at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
You should know I'm 10-0 picking playoff games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Against the spread or just
Yeah.
straight up?
Straight up. I would say I took L's but walked around like I was undefeated, but I didn't take any L's. I just walked around like I was undefeated because I am.
You can do that also on the DraftKings Sportsbook, where new customers can bet just $5 and get 200 in free bets instantly. You can also check out their stepped-up same-game parlays, where the more legs you add, the better your odds are. I missed a heartbreaker of a stepped-up same-game parlay yesterday. I had team total over 19.5 points for the Niners.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greenlaw. He just picked sixes that on the second to last Cowboys drive.
Just kill him. As soon as I saw them starting to kick field goals, I was like, this is not good for me.
Oh.
Anyways, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DNVR. New customers can bet $5 on the conference championships and get 200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DNVR. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Airteeth in the comments said CU needs baseball and track to get even better recruits. No baseball, but we do have track and field.
Well, don't they have a club baseball team?
They do, I think so. But it's been a long thing. I would love to get baseball, though I don't think that's going to impact the recruiting,
Yeah.
to be honest. It would be cool for Coach Prime to be able to like get some kid who's a football/baseball player, and he's the perfect fit to come play for Coach Prime. But it's the track and field definitely plays a role. I know a lot of guys like to do that. Coach Prime told a story in one of the recent well-off videos of how he ran the 200 and smoked them and won. But we definitely have track. We also are pretty darn good at it. We also, of course, have cross country, in which we are dominant in.
Yep.
But there was a funny video of Coach Prime talking to the cross country team. They're like, "Did you run cross country?" He's like, "No."
Then Bucky, I think, had the insert. Like,
Right,
only white people run cross country. or something
exactly,
like that.
exactly. But
B-Mac's here. Wired, fired, and inspired.
let's go. What up, B-Mac? So, anyways, track and field definitely. We also, just while we're talking about sports, we're dominant in skiing.
Yep. Curtis, the SID for that, too.
Yes.
My guy. All right. Well, we were started talking about some YouTube. Let's go further into it. Do we want to start off with the well-off video, the EA Sports video?
Ah, yes.
Let's speculate. Which game do you think he was there promoting or doing work for?
Well, I have to say this.
Okay.
I have to open with this. If you've listened enough, you know that I'm a Madden fiend. A lot of people talk about the fact that I've won 6 Super Bowls in the DNVR Madden League. A lot of people talk about that. I wouldn't bring that up. But
Right. You don't want to be braggadocious.
yeah, no, I wouldn't exactly. But a lot of people do talk about that. In Madden right now, or at least for like a couple months, they had like the Prime edition going, and like when you opened up the game, the character that came up was Coach Prime. So I was thinking maybe they're like updating that or doing something with that. That's the boring speculation.
Yep.
The exciting speculation would be they're getting Coach Prime for, of course, the rebirth of NCAA football.
We're coming up on almost 10 years without a new NCAA.
It's high time.
It is.
It's prime time to bring it back.
Maybe cover time?
Wow. I would kind of hope that they give it to a kid and give him a sick NIL deal with
Right.
it. So Shador
Travis?
on the cover. Or Travis. I'm in on that. Of course, I would love Coach Prime to be involved as well. But I almost wonder if there's like, I don't know. I'm imagining almost like a story mode where you get to like play for Prime.
There's got to be. There's got to be.
And so like they're like building his character, you know, because
Right.
like they'll have him voice it and everything like that. That would be sick.
That would be sick.
Could you imagine there's a story mode in NCAA football, which of course like 90% of recruits are going to have, and there's literally a little thing, a bar on the bottom that says play for Prime,
Yep.
and that's the story mode you play.
Do you know how amazing that would be for recruiting, though?
I mean,
Literally, your pitch would be like, go play the game. This is what it's like.
yes, and they like have the facilities in there
Yeah.
and everything. Oh my God.
Oh, amazing stuff. Did you watch the Nick Williams video from the pregame show?
I did not.
It is amazing, and it's the first I really got to like dig in and learn about Nick Williams, and he is a very passionate and impressive football coach.
Hell yeah.
He is young, so he gets the current generation. He's worked at Georgia, Texas A&M. He's been all over the place under amazing coaches, and his passion just comes off the screen. There's a awesome part in that video where he's like breaking down NFL film and talking about how he sees defense, and he talks about havoc plays, attacking the ball, TFLs, sacks, PBUs, interceptions, anything like that. That's what he's about.
This is the kind of stuff, Jake, that like you got to send to me when you're watching it. Like you have to see this. You got to watch this.
I'll send it to you right now so that it's ready for you. But
I love like watching people who really know football break down football.
oh yeah,
There's an incredible video of Steve Sarkisian breaking down his offense at Alabama.
yes,
I've watched it like 4 times.
fantastic one.
It's just fascinating to hear like it's like hearing I don't know, like Paul McCartney talk about why he wrote a song.
Right.
It's like seeing a coach talk about how they like use this orbit screen to set up this other screen.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God.
Have you watched the Nick Saban Michigan State like defensive clinic video that's like 25 years old at this point?
No.
I've watched that one
Add it to
a
the
handful of
list.
times. Yeah.
Love it.
I think that's about it for YouTube Corner, actually. Unless I'm missing anything.
I watched the Travis Hunter destroying video for a second time this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
There's a behind the scenes one of that one out.
There is?
Yes.
Oh my God. I should have spent my time watching that.
It's on Travis's YouTube page.
It was just so well shot, like especially some of those Travis Hunter hype shots that I was like, I want to watch this on my TV, not just on my on my or on my phone. So I got it on the big screen, and it was sick.
I got to send you a list of videos then.
Please do.
Did you watch, I believe it was the most recent well-off video, but Dylan Edwards is in it quite a bit.
What?
Yeah.
I did watch the most recent well-off video, the same one as the EA Sports one.
I believe so. It's the one where Sato's in it.
Yeah.
Dylan Edwards is in it quite a bit.
Oh man, I must have not just recognized him.
Yep.
Bucky, we got to get the identifiers.
I know.
Here I am watching someone who should be my guy, but you stole him from me.
We can share him, Ryan.
Fine.
Maybe I'll have a trade deal for you later in the year.
All right, I like this.
That reminded me, though. Have you heard about Elijah Yelverton?
Only from our comments.
Okay. Because I don't really... So he is a former Iowa tight end, I believe.
Which that already sets off some alarms.
Right. He posted, or not posted, but in his Twitter bio, it says TE at University of Colorado Boulder. He is in the video with Shador throwing.
That's him?
He's catching balls in that video. He retweeted it.
Is that him also next to Traore in the most recent well-off video,
It
too?
might be.
Because that dude was big.
6'5", 225.
Huh. How did this happen?
I don't know. I DM'd him myself. I was like, hey, man, you on the team or not? Like, what's going on here?
Did he respond?
Not yet.
Okay.
But he is 6'5", 225 tight end, was a 2020 recruit, 3 stars, was committed to Iowa from Trinity Christian School in Dallas, Texas.
Do they have the timeline on the page that you're on?
Yeah. It doesn't say CU. It says he entered the portal on December 9th.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know.
So we've got On 3 who still has Anthony Robinson to Colorado. I've got people like tagging me in that because I responded to someone. They're like, you keep forgetting about this guy, and I was like, I'll just say this: he's not coming. I don't know what to say. And then a bunch of people like tagged me in his On 3 profile, which says he's at Colorado, and I'm like 99% sure he's not coming to Colorado. Yeah. At the same time, now we've got recruits that we didn't even know about who are already on campus.
People are saying he knows Shador. He played at the Prime Truth Academy. He obviously played at...
Is it possible he's a walk-on?
Trinity Christian? Maybe.
And that's why there was no fanfare?
He's in the portal, though.
I mean, you could transfer and walk on. I don't know. Wild.
Yeah. But he obviously has Coach Prime and Shador ties, as everyone is saying right now. So...
All right.
I guess he's here. He's already coming. He's a buff, I guess.
I can't say he's coming when he's literally on campus catching passes from Shador. Yeah. He's here.
Someone also said Dylan Edwards is in the Reach the People media video.
See, too many videos.
Too many. All right. Ready for questions?
Yep.
ERR, any update on Micah Bernard, who would be such a great depth piece at running back? I think he just came and went. I don't think he's looking to play at CU.
It would be surprising to see him commit on top of Cavassier Smoke.
Well, we speculated that oh, actually, I don't think I talked to you about this. That tweet that Cavassier Smoke put out before the weekend Carmani visited, where he made himself clear, I am verbally committed to CU. And then last week, he's in the videos, so I'm assuming that commitment is a little further than verbal at this point.
Right. Okay.
So,
I did see somewhere like it said committed and not signed, and I was surprised by that.
Yeah. Recruiting's weird, man.
It is very.
Courtney Williams, any running backs recruited? Did I talk about the 2027 kid? Did I forget?
You didn't. You ended before the wildest part of that whole story.
So Edward Rivera, a 2027 linebacker / running back from Laced Facts Academy, from I don't know where, because he doesn't even have a 247 profile yet, is visiting this weekend.
I don't even know what to say.
2027 would mean that he's not even a high school freshman yet.
He's in eighth grade. Which, by the way, I'm full support of getting in early. But that can't be a normal visit.
No.
There's got to be like parental supervision at all times.
Right. I don't know, though. It's weird. I've got people on Twitter tagging the Buffs account, class of 2031. Like, we're coming, coach. Like,
that's awesome.
It's amazing. Next question, Kale. Cooper asks, can Prime get CU a baseball program?
Maybe indirectly. I guess also directly he could help push it forward.
Yeah.
But the biggest hurdle between CU and baseball, as far as it's ever been told to me, is money. And this shouldn't be as big of a deal with with baseball and softball. But, of course, if you bring in baseball, you have to bring in softball as well because of Title IX. And you have to keep the scholarships even. And I guess I've always been told like that would be a really insane undertaking. And with the football program having been down for 20 years, they just don't have that type of spending money from an athletics program standpoint. So if Coach Prime has the Buffs, up and competing for and or winning championships in the next few years, well, that financial outlook might look a lot different. And then I think if he was, for whatever reason, pushing, hey, we should get a baseball program here at CU, what's going on? I think he could help. So maybe.
We'll see. Next question, Kale. VHF, is Dylan Edwards enrolled at CU now? I would say I'm 95% certain that he is, because he did early signing day, obviously, and I think most of those guys in early signing day enrolled.
I'm pretty sure when he committed, it was said that he was going to be an early enrollee. So
yeah,
and I also don't think he would be maybe he would be allowed to be like on campus hanging around, but I'm pretty sure he's enrolled.
I think so also. Next question from Chip. Do you all like Woods at linebacker with a little more weight? We talked about this quite a bit.
Only in very specific scenarios.
Yeah.
If you want to use him as like a dime linebacker, sure, sign me up. I don't think he's making a permanent switch to off-ball linebacker, though.
Yeah. I don't know if he can handle pulling guards and, centers blocking down and stuff like that quite at his size. He's only like 220, I think.
Yeah. He hits like he's bigger than that.
He does.
That would be, you'd probably have to get up to 240 at least, and I don't envision that happening.
Probably a long shot. From DCB, what's the deal with Pac-12 expansion, media rights, and accounting probs? I don't know accounting.
There was the whole thing that came out recently of like 2 people were fired because of some bullshit that they were doing. High level.
Like Pac-12 officials?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not my kind of news, so I just saw the headline and kept scrolling.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. In terms of... what else did you say? Expansion and...
media deal.
Oh, and the media deal. Media deal, we're still waiting. Expansion, we've heard a bunch about San Diego State. Who else? Fresno State, potentially.
Yeah, was it...
Tulane, even.
SMU was thrown around. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Not until next year does this come up, but you would assume that news could break about it at any time.
Yep, I think we're just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Because it's got to come down at some point.
For sure.
What else we got, Kale? Cody asking stat expectations for number 2.
I'd have to... my brain is wired to think of NFL quarterback stats. So I'd have to look at like some precedent before I say something outlandish.
Well, I can tell you some single season records for the Buffs.
Okay, sounds good.
Single season passing records. Cepho in 2014, 3,200 on the dot.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get out my calculator for this exercise. 3,200 divided by, we'll say 13. That's 246 yards per game.
He can go.
I think that Shedeur can flirt with that for sure.
Yep. Single season touchdown record, Cepho also in 2014, 28. Shedeur threw 30 as a freshman.
This isn't fair. This isn't fair. I'm not going to say he's going to set every single single season record in Colorado football history. I think over 20 is what I'm hoping for.
I think we set it the line at 25 in our predictions article.
Sheesh.
I'm
not picking against my guy, number 1 pick in the draft.
Even then, 25 would be good enough easily for second most in a single season.
It's crazy. One thing to remember about Colorado is our heyday, we were a triple option school.
Yep.
And even in the Cordell Stewart, Rashawn Salam era, which was a little bit after that, they still had a lot of those concepts. You saw a little more of Cordell in the shotgun sometimes, but it was still, Rashawn Salam ran for 2,000 yards and won the Heisman. Like, it was still we were historically a running school, so our passing records aren't going to be very impressive.
Yep. It's time to reset some records.
It is time to reset some records.
RJ asks, have you guys heard anything about Deuce Robinson? I've heard rumors about him being interested, but no CU offer, I don't think.
Not to be confused with Deuce Robertson, who is already on the team?
I think so.
Okay.
So Deuce Robinson, 6'6", 225, 5-star tight end in this class, ranked the best tight end. Let me see if CU has offered him. He's got a ton of offers, obviously. A lot of offers.
He's got an offer from everyone. Okay, we can move on from
but
that.
No CU, actually. I don't see CU.
Interesting.
He's not committed.
Uncommitted, and he's what class?
23.
Oh boy.
He's got 9 days. From Arizona, Pinnacle, Arizona.
I would assume he's. It's so. I don't know what to say, because I don't know if recruits actually do this stuff. But if I was a 5-star tight end, I would be looking at the Sean Lewis, Kent State tape, and I would have a serious question about what is the tight end's involvement in this offense.
Yep.
Now, of course, the coach can just say, "Oh, we're changing it to involve more tight end."
Right.
But even Seydou Traore is, in my opinion, more of a seam stretching tight end than anything else.
Yeah.
And that I don't want to like unrecruit him, but like that's not the best for a guy who has NFL aspirations.
Right.
Now that is being used a lot more in the NFL these days than it ever was before. You have guys like, Albert Okwuegbunam getting drafted and that sort of thing. But in terms of a 5-star guy, I just envision those types of guys going to tight end type of schools.
Right.
Such as Georgia, who's, just doing insane things with tight end.
Which is where he's got multiple crystal balls too.
Okay, there you go.
Georgia and USC.
That was an easy one. Sign me up to be a crystal ball expert. I just look at
There
a
you
guy,
go.
I'm like, he's a 5-star tight end, he's probably going to Georgia.
That's not a outrageous guess, though. You're not really throwing a
No,
dart.
but that's
a
what I'm
dart
saying, though. I'm saying anyone can say
Yeah.
that the 5-star tight end is going to Georgia.
Right. Next question. Ben Kowalski. What's up with Isaiah Rubin? What did his tweet mean? Stand by.
It's the world we live in.
Isaiah Rubin. He said 2 days ago, we come in ... hashtag SCO Buffs. He spelled SCO wrong, though.
Oh, no. He did it the Oregon way?
SCO, yep. Oh, wait. Is this the guy?
That was also maybe my favorite part of the Destroying video. I think I laughed harder the second time. When Destroying goes, what is SCO Buffs? And then he's like, oh, it's let's and go put together. And he's like, oh, I'm from Florida. I thought it just meant we're going to go SCO.
Yeah.
SCO, a touchdown. I was like, double meaning. I like this.
Right. Okay, so this guy, I want to make sure because he put out a top 8 not too long ago. Yep, okay, this is the guy then. So Adam said that he is very interesting or anxious to visit Colorado. He listed Colorado in his top 8. Oregon, CU, Michigan, Washington, Utah, Arizona, Auburn, Texas A&M.
He likes him some Pac-12. Where's he from?
He is from... hold on.
Stand by.
Stand by. But anyways, I think there's some mutual interest.
And he's 2024.
He's 2024 4-star from Las Vegas, Nevada.
There you go. Pac-12 country.
Mm-hmm.
Visiting this week, maybe?
He's got a lot of time to figure it out.
He does, but I just, with the tweet, we come and SCO Buffs.
Yeah. So I think Adam had another tweet about him, actually. Let me try and find this.
Damn, Adam's giving the goods on Twitter these days.
He is, yep. Okay. No, it's just this one from actually not too long ago, an hour ago. And it's that article, 2024 blue chip cornerback prospect, Isaiah Rubin, anxious to visit the CU Buffs.
I don't know how anyone who is a cornerback would not be anxious to visit the CU Buffs.
True. Which leads to this question from Abe. What do you guys think of CU being called Cornerback University or CBU?
Yeah, or if you just spell it with like it's one word, it can still just be
there
CU.
You go. Still CU.
Cornerback University. I think it's the proper term for a school that has 2 of the 10 highest rated corner recruits in the history of corner recruits.
That's what I put for our copy when I tweeted out the Cormani Travis graphic.
Yep.
CU to CBU.
Absolutely. Might as well just go with DBU and start raking in the safeties while we're at it.
Yep. Jimmy, my guy. Are you guys doing a show on National Signing Day? Of course we are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Lock it up. Lock of the century.
It's kind of sad that signing day isn't the same as it used to be. But
early signing day was lit.
There's a world in which the old signing day is happening and we're doing a live show that starts at 7 a.m. and just goes all day.
Yeah. Right. Man, that would be a long day.
It would. That's essentially that's what they're doing at these schools.
Mm-hmm.
the media team for CU, they will still, regardless of it being a lesser signing day, they'll have to end up getting there at like 5 a.m. because that's when the first fax will be coming in from the East Coast or whatever.
Right.
So everyone think of them on signing day.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm really excited for it. RJ asks, what do you guys think of the Ed Reed situation? Great question. And do you think Prime adds him to the same role he was at Miami as an advisor?
So this is, there's two sides to this. One, I think the situation is bullshit, and I think that Ed Reed got screwed, and that makes me mad.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of the same thing with Coach Prime, right? Like, he calls it like it is. And Ed Reed, maybe even at a higher level, calls it like it is. And obviously, his delivery is a little different than Coach Prime. But when you hire Ed Reed, like, you hire everything that comes with Ed Reed.
Yes.
And I think it's super, super weak that Bethune-Cookman changed up and was like, wait, I don't know if we want this guy saying this and that about us or this. Like, instead of thinking about, I can't believe that Ed Reed complained about his office being dirty, you should be thinking like, damn, I can't believe we left Ed Reed's office dirty when he came here to become the coach. So I'm super bummed for him. There will definitely be another opportunity for him somewhere. And the other side of the coin that I was going to say is I sure hope, at least for right now, that opportunity is at Colorado. Any possible way we can get Ed Reed involved with the Buffs, I am so in on. So I hope that, there can be something there. But even saying that, I'm super sad that he got screwed like that.
Yeah, shame on Bethune-Cookman, man. Not only was his office dirty, he had to go clean the practice fields, too. They don't even have a practice field at this point. And just the leadership there. I mean, what are we doing? Now not only is this a mess just with the current head coaching situation, what about the kids? The kids, we're coming up on February, and these kids don't have a football coach now. And they had 25, 26 recruits on campus last weekend and have the audacity to fire Ed Reed when you have 26 new players on campus. That's how you kill a football program, 101.
Yeah, it's just really, really lame. Loved Coach Prime reaching out. Loved the passion from Ed Reed and what was a really unfortunate video of him just reacting to that and sharing it with his players. But, man, huge bag fumble by Bethune-Cookman.
Yep. Would love to see Ed Reed here, though. So one more question, guys. Angela asks, what do you think about the CU coaching staff being full of head coaches? With 2 more head coaches coming, Mike Zimmer and Willie Taggart, is CU staff on par with Bama? All caps, Bama.
I don't know about that yet, but I'll say this. Any other place, I would say, sometimes you don't want to bring in too many alphas because you have, a Mike Zimmer trying to upstage your head coach. That will never happen at Colorado because no one is dumb enough to try to upstage Coach Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great. And it also shows you that despite what everyone wants to tell you, Coach Prime is not all about his own ego. He's willing to bring in experts in their field to surround himself with people who can help him. Someone who has an ego problem does not do that.
For sure. Coach Prime said he was going to try and build the best staff in the country, and he got pretty damn close to doing that, if not doing that.
For sure. Sean Lewis still being underrated. No matter how much I talk about how great of a hire that is, it's still being overshadowed by, of course, all the other amazing things that are happening.
I honestly think people just don't know, though. Because the way people talk about this team and they bring up 1-11 and all this, they don't realize that a former head coach who ran one of the best offenses in the country is now the offensive coordinator at Colorado.
Yeah, a lot of people are running their mouths without knowing shit.
Yep. As it tends to happen this way. That it?
That's it.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Also, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app.
Yes.
DNVR Buffs, or just search Buffs on Apple Podcasts for the first one that shows up there. Or Spotify. Follow the DNVR Buffs account. We are very close to 10K. Follow Jake DNVR at Ryan Konigsberg.
303 likes.
303 likes. Not a bad start to the week.
Nope, not at all.
Tomorrow we're going to need you guys to show up, though. I think you're really going to enjoy the show.
Hell yeah. Be there at 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock.
See you guys
Be there right on time. Go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.